Hi guys! Alright, so today I'm going to show you how to cut your fabric for your throw pillows. Okay, let's get started. So, before you start, let me put this there. Alright, so you need to get your fabric, okay? You can either do both sides of your pillow just one type of fabric. So you would cut two pieces of one fabric, or I actually want mine to be reversible. So I'm gonna do one side flower and the other side just a solid color here. Okay, so you can either do both of them one type of fabric or have it reversible. Before you get started, you will also need a yardstick and shears, and then also something to mark with. I really like using colored pencils. All right, so we will start with just one of the fabrics. And you are gonna need quite a bit of space here. I have a lot of fabric here, as you can see. So what I want to do is lay it out so that it's one single layer. So find just one single layer, and we want to start in the corners here. So this is the edge here. I want to use the least amount of fabric as possible. So I actually want to use like corners first, okay? Because I'm gonna use just the corner and not start like in the middle of the fabric. If I start in the middle of the fabric, it just kind of ruins the fabric, because then I can't really use any of the space around it, because it makes it a really awkward shape. Let me see if I can't get you guys there. Okay, so when I start, I actually don't want this edge here to be on my pillow, so I'm just gonna cut it off in the end. So what I'm gonna actually do is start measuring from the edge of the white strip. So like pretend like the white strip's not there. Okay, if you want to, you could even cut it off right away. Okay, so lay this out. I'm gonna do a 15 by 15. Let me see if I can't get you guys a little closer here. Okay. So I'm going to grab my yardstick. Here's my yardstick. And I'm going to make sure that I use the inches, which are on the top. Okay? And I'm going to do 15 inches. So what I'm going to do is lay my yardstick flat. And I'm actually going to start on the edge, like I could fold this even over. I don't want to put this in my pillow, so I'm going to pretend like it's not there. So I'm going to line up the edge with the edge there. Find a color that will show up on your fabric, and notice how I laid the fabric with the wrong side facing me. So the prettier side is against the table. That way when I mark on here, it doesn't matter because it's not actually on the pillow side, it's on the inside of the pillow. So I'm just gonna go find the 15. 15 is right here, okay? And I'm just gonna make a mark. Okay, can you guys see that? Let me see if I can't get you a little closer. Don't want to get you too close. That might be too close. Time out. Okay, so there's the mark I just made. Now, make sure this is straight because you want it to be even. Now I'm gonna go down to the 15, so I put it at the edge here, all the way to 15, make my mark, okay, it's right here, and then I'm gonna line it up. The 15 is lined up with the edge of the fabric here. Make sure you hold down your yardstick, and I'm just gonna make a very dark line. Okay, there's my line. Then I'm going to connect my dots here. So that works out perfectly. And I'm going to line it up and mark all the way to 15. Okay, so there's my square. Let me see if I can't show you guys. So it starts here and then goes down here. Now comes time to cut. So these have a little safety guard on them, like a safety case. Your thumb goes in the circle, and then I usually either put all of the rest of my fingers, or if they don't all work that way, you can stick your pinky out. And you want your shears to stay flat on the counter and always cut away from you. Never putting your hand in front, never do that. Kind of hold down here to keep your fabric straight. A lot of the times it's easier if you have a partner that can help you cut, help you measure and cut. I'm just gonna get my materials out of the way. And then I want to always cut away from me. So I'm actually gonna move my entire fabric so that now I'm cutting this way. Again, make sure your hand is out of the way. All right, so here's my piece. The last thing that I want to do is, remember, I didn't include this white part here. Okay, the selvage. So I'm actually gonna cut this off. All right, there's one piece of my pillow. Remember, I have to do this one more time. I'm actually gonna write my name on this. I'm gonna put Mrs. This is why we always wanna mark on the wrong side, because, you know, obviously you don't want this to show up on your pillow. Kind of hard to write on this. So Mrs. W. Just in case we find these on the floor, we know who to return them to. Okay, so my name is on this, and it is a 15 by 15. You can check it, so 15 by 15, that looks good. All right, now I will do the exact same thing on my second pillow, because remember, this is gonna be a two-sided pillow, so I need two of these. So what I'm gonna do is get my second fabric and lay it out. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I did with this fabric, with my other pillow. So lay it out. I always wanna do corners first, okay? This is a corner. If you need to, like this is kind of wrinkly, you could always iron this out. That will help it to be a lot more smooth. I'm just gonna bypass that step. So what I'm gonna do is, I think that this is a pretty straight line here going up. So I'm gonna leave this, okay? This is obviously machine factory cut. It's a selvage, so I'm gonna obviously just use that as a straight line as well. So what I'm gonna do is go up and mark at the 15, and then take my yardstick and line the 15 up with the edge of the fabric, and then make my mark. Okay, now I'm going to just connect the dots here. So again, yep, lines up at the 15. I lost my shears, oh, they're there. Okay, so I'll take my shears, thumb goes here, cut away from your body. And then I want to cut this side right here, but I'm gonna move my fabric so that it's facing me, because you always want to cut away from you. All right, so this fabric didn't have like a right side. It's the same on both sides. So I'm just gonna pick a side, the side that I've been working on, and I'm gonna write my name. Okay, write your name. It's a 15 by 15, just like this one. It's okay if they don't match up completely, like when you're cutting it, because honestly, when you start to sew it, it isn't gonna really matter. But here is my two pillows. So one side will be like this, and then my other side will be like this. Okay, good luck.